Compassion in business is not about the words that you use, but it is primarily about the actions that you take. The sixth element in our framework of compassion in business has to do with action. When you're speaking of action, we further divide it into three core elements. One of them being accountability and feedback. Do you realize what are the kind of things that get appreciated for in your organization? What is the accountability system? What is the feedback if somebody does something wrong? I'll give you an example. Let's say, and we've often seen this happening in organizations as well. We've seen some people being recognized for something and the other person being completely ignored and given a shut up call for doing the same thing. Why the difference? Oh, so the managers were different. What if the managers were different? Why isn't the culture one? Why isn't that organization following one system? If you have a compassionate organization, your accountability and feedback mechanisms are consistent. And they're consistent not with what the boss likes, but the principles of the organization. Under the same heading of action comes in the concept of values and the corresponding behaviors. When we say it's driven by a principle-driven organization primarily means driven by a certain set of values and code of conduct. Those values and code of conduct we've often seen are fancy statements hanging in the wall. The challenge is converting those fancy statements out in the walls into actionable behaviors down the halls. That is where organizations need to spend time translating those difficult, mushy, fluffy language into actionable behaviors. That's what gives life to those words. And finally, your business needs to have a role model for compassion. When you expect people to be compassionate, show them what a compassionate person looks like. That is role modeling compassion. How many role models of compassion do you have in your business? Would show how compassionate you are as a business.